Can't believe the Leafs lost.
Buddy, huge comeback though.
Yeah, but they lost though.
Yeah, but you got to appreciate what kind of a comeback that was. I mean, they didn't get 2 points, they only got 1. But,
hey, yeah!
They really had the opportunity to have a statement win, but...
Yeah! Leafs got a point! They moved ahead of the Habs, didn't they? Stupid Habs.
And it was the stupid Jets.
Which one of us is feeling what? What? You serious? Mind blown. We need ideas. I'm dumb. Silly hard.
We get to the game, please. Leafs get a pity point, 5-4 in overtime against the Winnipeg Jets. They lost, but screw it, fist pump. That gets a fist pump. Because I'm sitting here wondering, how do I react? On one hand, oh, they lost, dommage. I don't like when the Toronto Maple Leafs lose, that's my team. I much prefer it when they win. But on the other hand, they were down 4-1, tied it up in dramatic fashion, managed to salvage a point. Pity point. Pity point. And in doing so, they actually moved ahead of the Montreal Canadiens for 3rd in the Atlantic. So I could yell and rant and rave about how the Leafs got down 4-1 in the first place, and yeah, that would make sense. Or I can focus on the fact that they crawled back. Because the 3-point difference here or there could mean the Leafs are out of the playoffs right now, so, I mean, every point is valuable. Right off the bat, let's call a spade a spade. James Reimer was not good. And he really needed to be good. Every night, the Leafs goalie needs to be spectacular. How many games have the Leafs won this season where the goalie was not spectacular? Even the crazy 6-5 overtime game against the Oilers in Toronto, Bernier got lit up, but then he made an amazing save to help the Leafs tie it up and then eventually win it. Goaltending equals important. I don't think Reimer's got his mojo at all right now. He's always, trying to stay positive for the cameras and stuff, but I mean, it's pretty obvious. And on a few of those goals, there wasn't a whole lot he could do. The 3-1 goal was a tip, and it was brutal coverage. And on at least a pair of the goals, especially the 4th one, he was screened. So you can make excuses, or you could say it's the National Hockey League, you just gotta battle through it and find a way, and he did not. Now let's give the Jets some credit. They're not exactly known as a team that scores a lot of goals, but they have offensive power when they want to. One thing I noticed last season, when Blake Wheeler is clicking, the rest of the team is clicking. And that second goal was just a little glimpse into the beast he can be. He's got size, he's got skill, he's got speed, and when he's on, he's a beast. A cue the comeback. And the comeback begins right away. I think that was very key to it. It was 1 minute and 1 second after the 4-1 goal. Troy Bodes, quickly becoming my boy. I really like this player. 2nd of the season, and on his 29th birthday. Aw. 4-2. Carter Ashton, drop pass for Tim Gleason. 1st of the season, first as a Leaf, 4-3. Let's talk about Carter Ashton. We've talked about how he struggles because he doesn't play a whole lot in any of the games almost ever. I think it's usually an event when he gets over 5 minutes, not to mention who he plays with. But you look at his AHL numbers and go, there's something there. And this game against the Jets was a great example of what he can do. Because at the NHL level, when he gets in the offensive zone, he's like, I can't believe I'm here! Seriously, during this game, I'm watching him, there was one shift where the Leafs 4th line had the Jets line hemmed up for like a minute, then there's that drop pass for Tim Gleason. Carter Ashton gets so excited when he's in the offensive zone because at this level it seems like he's never there. So again, I got high hopes for this player. 3rd period, Kessel was a monster the whole time, and it was only a matter of time. Nice little give and go with JVR, past Andre Pavelec, the Leafs tie it up, let's go to OT. Question of the game. Is this the best hockey Phil Kessel has ever played? He is so hot, he's so on, and he's gonna challenge the 40-goal plateau. That's my one little thing with him. He's the best scorer on the Leafs by far, but I want him to reach 40. In overtime, this is where the Jets can be dangerous. As they noted on Hockey Night in Canada, Paul Maurice put Dustin Byfuglien back on defense, so it's like having 2.5 forwards, kinda. And for all the criticism Byfuglien gets, I mean, that's a pretty versatile player when you can do that. He zooms in, snipes it, Jets win. You win some, you lose some, eh? And I found myself going, a point though. And you know how I have my little pity point chant. I usually say that when the Leafs battle and find a way to sneak into overtime or the shootout, but before the game's done. This was a game where legitimately, after the Leafs lost, I could still go, pity point, pity point, pity point. Gotta love that pity point. That pity point's got the Leafs over Montreal right now. Who got pumped, by the way? recently? Okay, the Leafs got pumped recently too, but wow, was that game hideous. So let that be the second question of the game. It's pretty generic, but how do you feel after that loss slash somewhat victory? The half win, as I like to call it. It was a half win. 1 point instead of 2. I'm no math wizard, but that's it for this one. Going to be recording a brand new Steve Dangle podcast today. Listen to it or we're no longer friends. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it and like getting notifications that a new video is up. Check out the playlist I made on my channel that has every video from this season, and I will see you next time. Pity point. Pity point.